So what exactly is server-side code? We know about the browser, and we know that we get information from a web server, but what exactly is server-side code? Well, this server-side code is going to get executed on the web server, and it's going to be parsed in a language like XML or like PHP or like ASP. It really depends on what is the flavor of the month, but what is also the language that you want to use to get your mission critical work done. And all of that work can happen on the server side and then get kicked over to the client side. And this code on the client side, it can be processed just as text. It can have images and things like that. You can have JavaScript processing things on the client side, which was sent from the server side, and you can have XML that needs to be manipulated in some way on the client side. So the browser itself and other applications are going to be the client side, and that data is sent over to you. So when it gets to the browser, you're going to look at it, view the source, and then you're going to see that you just have straight text in the browser. Files might be in a temporary directory if they're media files, flash files, etc., things like that. And this is just going to be straight text that you can view. This is HTML. This is the final render that came to the browser, and then the browser parsed it and did what it had to do to display it. But on the server side, you have a bunch of code in there behind your PHP, if that's the language that you're using, and that can be just about anything, database activity, what have you. And it's going to be either by itself or mixed in together with HTML. If it's mixed in together with HTML, you're going to see a rendered effect in a web editor, but at the same time, that doesn't say that there actually is PHP in there unless you see something like that, something that's displaying that there's PHP code there. This code is going to get executed on the server side, and together with this HTML, it's going to get rendered and sent back to the browser after the PHP has actually been executed. And if it's just echoing out text, grabbing things from a database, working with the session variables, dealing with any type of server variables, maybe it's even generating SWF files on the fly, which is pretty popular these days, or generating images, or doing just about anything, generating web services, creating XML. You're going to then pass this over to the client side, and then the browser is going to handle it. And you can see this is mixed together, PHP, and then we have HTML. So the server side is really just the web server, whether it's Apache, IIS. It could also be additional things that are added onto your web server, like an application server, like Tomcat, for example. Like I mentioned, databases, all types of things. Presentation servers are becoming quite popular, and they're generating dynamic HTML and SWF files on the server side and then sending them to the client side. And really nothing is being developed on that client side. It's all being developed by server side work. So that's pretty interesting, and it's pretty new these days to present things that way. But you as the developer, you have the ability to write client-side code and server-side code and bring it all together. And PHP is such a wonderful language, and I'm looking forward to really getting into this training tutorial here with you and explaining a lot of the core details of the language. We're going to be doing some heavy PHP, some dynamic PHP, generating JavaScript, you name it. We're going to be doing so many different things, and I really look forward to jumping right in.